this whole year. So I'll be around. I'm gonna help Andrew at Montreat, so I'm teaching. Some waves. Definitely not very deep, that's for sure. As we continue downstream. You can see it's really shallow. Also not poor paddling. Some logs underneath the river, underneath that rock. Big logs. Definitely entrapment potential, I would say. This nice little band of rocks here. So it looks to be a couple different levels of land, all the way the length to where Laybridge, the Laybridge section of the 12 mile was or is. A couple different levels. You can definitely walk on river level, since access via boat would probably be more important. I mean, you could get a raft in here if you needed it, but it definitely isn't ideal. Once we get to the dam, we'll be able to see how it's changed. Rapid looks to be a little like a keeper hole. Probably a little bit deeper, not as much outflow, that's for sure. Continue downstream. Nothing big yet. Right down here is one of the more sizable rapids on the 12 mile. Can actually be seen as we get down there by the pull-off that used to be the driveway for Woodside number 3. I thought I was about to have to. As you can see, we're dropping into the final portion of the 12 Mile Gorge. This is one of the last two larger rapids. It's a little double, maybe a triple drop rapid with a large keeper hole at the bottom. Hey! Biggest thing to worry about here is definitely the shallow bits. Higher water, that is one nasty hole. Definitely. That's that big one that's so scary at high water. That's where that huge hole is.
Good choice.
Hey D, what do you think about this hole right here at higher water? That hole at the bottom? Big, isn't it? Yeah. Really? Were you touching the bottom, or were you just free floating? Okay. So it's deep enough that you disappeared? How deep would you say it was? $5 foot? Okay. I want to hear it. I want them to hear that. Sheer walls on this side, but you can still walk up on the river left all the way to that rapid. Probably be a good Swiftwater rapid. These two final big rapids that were underwater are probably some of the more fun rapids on the entire gorge, in my opinion. Which also means they're probably some of the bigger rapids on the gorge. You can think about these shallow spots as being probably pretty nasty. Seems to be a preferred line here, so I'm gonna take it. And here we are at the final rapid before we get down to the Lay Bridge section. This was what would have been the dam at the time. So it's like a 3-tiered drop with quite a large hole at the bottom. So you can see this big hole right here. Huge hole right there. Some sieves. With that boat, you wouldn't come out.
Yeah, no, it's not like on the edge.
This.
Down here. Yeah, not like the rock wall.
As you can see, I totally agree. If you wait, because there's like a kicker at the very bottom, so it's like a kind of a fader.
So the hump right there at the very, very bottom is what you got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's 2 double holes. If you don't, you're in it.
So above that, there's a rock, and if you're on the right side of it, there's another fold that could possibly really screw you up. Yeah. So that's probably the 2 biggest rapids, other than the Mill Rapid, on this section, and they're right here, as you can see. Well, you probably can't see because of the quality, but Lay Bridge Road is right there on our left. And as we come in, here we are at the beach. Here's my dad and Callie meeting us for the bottom section. You got my keys? Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. There's a lot of wood upstream. In like probably the more remote places of the gorge. That's where it's the most woody, I would say. Yeah. Definitely be hard. It'd be hard to get out of, that's for sure. Yeah, those two rapids back to back have large holes at the bottom of them. And that one is always there, and then the one above that becomes standing waves. So, yeah, definitely the most dangerous. I said that. Okay. Come back down Away Bridge. You got this tree right here. It's really out of play. Even at higher water, it's underwater. So. This little rodeo hole. I think the gauge might be off a little bit. Uh-oh, uh-oh. There he goes. Dad, you have to paddle, okay? You can't float through crap with that boat. You've got to drive it, okay? I want you to turn your upper body when you take strokes, okay? Watch that paddle with your... Watch that blade with your head, okay? Watch it with your head. You want to head on down a little bit? Okay. We're going to head on downstream. And then there's a hole right here. Remember, really important in that boat that you turn your upper body when you take strokes. Because if not, it's going to drive you and it's going to mess you up.
What line do I need to take here, bud?
You just pick your way down. Pick your way down. There's not a real... Only if you swim. Either stay to the left or to the right, but either stay to the right or to the left, but don't ever get in the middle of the river, okay? In other words, don't be looking at that pylon ever. You either want to be on the right side or the left side.
When you go right?
I'll probably just stay on the left this time. And don't look at what you don't want to go to. Which is definitely a place to be worried about with sieves and ledge holes and that kind of thing. I'm gonna get down here to Away Bridge itself. Come on down. And find little holes here. Yeah, little rock. You gotta paddle.